Another bad day at the office for Asante Kotoko as Dreams say bye to their fans. They will be heading to Egypt, where Zamalek awaits them. Dreams FC winning. They're very confident that they will do the job away as well. There they are, celebrating their 2-0 victory. In the end, it was made to look quite comfortable. And they looked a little bit more ahead of Kotoko experience. And Kotoko players look like youngsters. If you look at the two.
They look like, or they are youngsters?
Well, they look like youngsters. They may be youngsters, but today too, another defeat. And you can see the Isaac Opong in disbelief and heads down as they enter. They head towards the dressing room. Let's take a look at the table later on, but it is another despondent Kotoko lineup, and they couldn't get even a goal in this encounter. Their fans who have remained there just looking at them as they depart the field of play. But for Dreams, a good warm-up as they prepare for their semi-final first leg against Zamalek in Egypt. I'm sure they'll be happy with their results. Coach, again, Kotoko lose on the road.
Well, I think Dreams deserve the victory because they took their chances. And after the second goal, Dreams dominated. You could clearly see that they had the confidence to hold on possession, the pocket of spaces. They were using it very well. And I think that John Entry was able to pave his way through the defense of Kotoko. And I think that Kotoko, as I said in the first 45 minutes, these players that we saw today, are not players with the kind of, they are not the level to play Kumasi Asante Kotoko. To be honest with you, during the era of KK Sapon, these players, majority of them will not even fit into the U20 of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It's a fact. Looking at the way they played, Peter Amidu Akwa, he did very well, took the ball to the defenseman of Dreams FC, but the final delivery, the decision making of the players were poor.
Inexperience.
That's what I'm talking about. Tell me, a question is a player back who bring in all Kotoko set up man who so Jibol and Dreams FC for no hope. None.
You know the funny thing, when the substitutions were made, Kotoko for 5 minutes looked as if they'll get something back.
Yeah, what they were playing in the first half, exactly what they were doing in the second half. They were opening up the Dreams defense, passing very well. But the final delivery into the net was poor. Kalu Watara, for me, 0. He couldn't even pick one ball from the head of Abdul Jalilu. Look at the height. Because he was brought to Kotoko because the coach said that is his trademark. 0. Isaac Opong, for me, I don't know why he even lasted to the time that he lasted on the field of play. He wasn't of himself. His body language tells you that, look, this young man is not ready to play. Baba Yaya was turning around himself. He was using the spaces very well. But at the end of the day, the maturity of the Kotoko players, they didn't showcase in the game that we saw. In as much that the arrangement of the coach, the players that you see in terms of getting more players behind the ball, when they gain possession, they run very well, they open up very well. But the final delivery, Peter Amidu Akwa 0, Isaac Opong 0, Solomon Kalu Watara, and of course, decision making from the defenders was poor.
Nana, any better thing for Kotoko? Any hope to take away from this defeat?
When you look at the fixtures and the matches ahead of them, they are in a difficult
next
scary.
5. It's
very scary.
Possibly losing now.
Samates, Brekum, Chelsea. When you look at the team, yes, Samates home, Medium away, Lagos it is home, Brekum, Chelsea away, House of Folk home. These are all difficult games for
Very difficult.
Apart from the Lagos cities that I would say an average team in recent times.
And the catcher said Lagos City's average team.
The rest of the teams there is very difficult for Kotoko, and I think if Prosper Ogum is staying or he's leaving, they should do everything possible to try and get some result for the club. Looking at where the points are,
and by then, Hearts might stretch the points difference between them and their rivals.
The Hearts is playing better than Asante Kotoko. That is a fact. And when you look at the matches in front of them, I think they will come good and they will pick some points, especially their home games. When House of Folk is playing at home, they are confident they are going to get the maximum 3 points. I cannot guarantee Kotoko picking the maximum 3 points against Samates. Because as it stands now, they are the best team so far in the Ghana Premier League.
They won today.
They are scoring all angles. They have the best winger this particular season in the Ghana Premier League. He scored again today too. So it tells you they are playing some good football. If Kotoko want to do well in the Ghana Premier League and be at a respectable position, what I've been seeing in recent times, they need to move beyond this kind of performance and get the results.
Before we go back to Deu, the deputy chief immigration airport, Kojo Egetia, also coach, and Nana, or say hi. He's a hardcore Kotoko fan. He's so disappointed. But because
there is a lot of problem within the team.
There's nothing they can do.
I'll be surprised by tomorrow. Prosper Ogum is still the coach for Kotoko.
Kotoko team.
The last game.
Kotoko team.
I want to hear it again.
I will be surprised by tomorrow morning. Prosper Ogum is still the head coach of Asante Kotoko.
But they said that
he's not a bad coach.
But they said that last week.
You need to change something for something to happen.
Nana, I want to understand why Nana is saying that.
Is it IMC?
He's not a bad coach, but sometimes when things are not going on well, you need to change something within the club for things to go on well. And that's the stance now. You cannot sacrifice the players. The only person you can sacrifice is the head coach. Look for somebody who is attached to the club.
For example?
There Michael Osei is there, Ghazali is there, Frimpong Manson.
Frimpong Manson is doing a good job.
This is Kotoko.
BBN goes.
Kotoko still a quota. It's not about where you are. We are talking about Asante Kotoko. He's a typical legend of the club. He knows everything around Asante Kotoko. Only Bibia Fatim no.
But don't the big boys, the big men, the owners, the patrons, ex-players, legends, don't they know that there's a crisis? I don't know who take action.
When you look at the team in recent times, it looks like most of the past management and the legends are far away from the team.
Why?
So there may be things around the team they are not aware.
Where's Kwesi Appiah?
I don't know whether he's in town or he's in Sudan, but most of the times he's in town.
I've not heard him speaking about the crisis.
Major problem. Newton that's very in recent times were doing some calf issues and stuff, so he was traveling outside the country. So I don't know who is taking Kotoko teams to big games. First, the Kotoko game, like watching the TV, who said, right. You see about 4 or 5 cars in front of Kotoko, 4 or 5 cars behind them. In recent time, Kotoko only Prosper Ogum. One management person. They have issues within the club. The boys are not motivated. In the course of the week, we had issues about players sitting at beer bar, drinking alcohol and stuff. Who is the team manager?
I know there it is. There are allegations. In Toka, you have to,
No, we heard.
Yeah, but allegations. Why not deny?
The IMC and anybody around Kotoko deny these issues.
Maybe they are.
So the question is, who is the team manager? Is he working?
Why?
He's on Henny Brenya.
I see.
Former Kotoko player. I think, to be honest, where things are going, the best thing for now.
Nana Kwame
Dankwa. Another Kwame Dankwa is a communication team member.
Okay.
For the IMC.
So he doesn't really have to be seen all the time.
This time he's doing other jobs and stuffs. He's in charge of management for Okwe United.
Right.
They are playing the Division 1. So there are issues within the Kotoko club. Somebody needs to sit down with the hierarchy and make sure things work. Mention need to speak at this moment.
Interesting.
Things need to change within the club.
Okay.
Personally, I'll be surprised if Netogum is the head coach for Kotoko by tomorrow morning.
Okay, let's come back and talk about Dreams FC. 3 points. Preparation for we want to, but let's also give Dreams credit. Omaji 3 points, Omaji 2 goals. They could have had more. Coach, how did they execute? In the end, that's it. They were comfortable.
I've told you that they took their chances, and that's it.
They looked very comfortable.
They took their chances. That's it.
They looked comfortable in the end.
Yeah, comfortable. They took their chances. That is a fact. And I've told you that Kotoko couldn't take its chances. When Kotoko played, they were able to open up the defense of Dreams FC early stages of the first half and the latter part of the second half. They couldn't score. Dreams FC took their chances.
A good test.
And that is football for you.
Good preparation for Zamalek.
If you don't take your chances, and your opponent takes his chances, it beats you.
We'll be hearing from Karim Zito, but for you, a good performance.
From who from Asante Kotoko?
Yeah.
It's about time Prosper Netogum need to speak to the supporters.
Say I can't wait.
After today's game, still Oklu Nekasa. I'll be surprised.
But we've said this, coach.
Somebody needs to speak to Ogum.
Who? The club belongs
At
to
least the IMC, there are still other 3 people around the team.
the club owner.
They are legends. They are people you mention watching the TV now. Obin Kanche Ogum said, speak to your supporters.
But if they know and they are not speaking, they say they have to wait for their arms.
We are talking about Kotoko Yao.
But they know. You think they are not even more despondent that Sebi were disappointed as a pundit or a panelist? They are disappointed, but they are not doing anything.
Maybe this time we'll have fun.
Yeah.
But this is the time they need to talk to the coach to speak to the supporters.
Is it by force? Also on here.
It's not about talking to the coach. The quality of materials at Kotoko our form.
But say coach na dey mobile.
The quality is down. Let's face it. What are you talking about?
Karim Zito Kokotoko he cannot do anything.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I'm asking,
with this lackadaisical attitude of these players?
Good, you said attitude. Can you not change the attitude of the players?
Yeah, no to me.
Are they?
Well,
and then team almost share hearts first round.
How much hearts that way?
How much share draw?
What are we talking about? You see, we shouldn't play around the bush. Let me tell you. Yeah. Look at.
I think in Swatraman.
And in Swatraman to Kotoko home and away. Dreams also won in Kumasi. And they've won in Swatraman won in Swatre. And they've won in Kumasi. About Kotoko home and away.
Coach, now Kasumi.
And I may say the materials
in the same season.
And you allow me.
Kasa coach.
The materials that Kotoko is using are not up there. You see, compare the Kotoko materials to the Dreams FC materials. Watch Dreams FC. Yes, most of them have played Dreams FC for the last 3-4 seasons. And this is the second season also with Dreams FC. The captain for Liberty Professionals. A quality material. Look at these Kotoko players. Peter Amidu Akwa was picked from Park Academy, a Division 2 that has qualified for Division 1. Nana Beni was from Viper, second division. And we were told that they were coming to occupy the Kotoko's youth team. Is that what we were told? And I'm saying, is that what we were told? And now we know what Kotoko youth team is. Where is the Kotoko youth team? And I'm saying that mention one player. Look, Prosper's first time in Kotoko. You can mention even Ibrahim Imoro as a left back who was scoring for Kotoko as a dangerous player on the field of play. You can mention Mudasiru in the team. If Fabio Gama is playing and Richmond Lamptey is on the bench, you can still mention that Kotoko were dangerous players on the field of play. Mbella was scoring. Ifeke was on top of his game. Today, mention one player in the Kotoko team that Team Bibe Surono. Just mention one. Just mention one. Materials yet. Materials yet. Compare this Kotoko defenders to Mubarak Yusuf. Mubarak that Kotoko let go. Mention one of the Kotoko centre backs who comes close to Mubarak Yusuf.
Players like Atinga and the rest.
Kotoko
can't get their caliber of players.
Christopher Neti. Mention one Kotoko right back. They have 4 right backs. Mention one who comes close to Christopher Neti.
So I was asking Anedo about players.
So I'm telling you that the quality of players that Kotoko possesses are not up there yet. They are not there.
Where would they get them from?
They are not there. So the one who did the recruitment has done a disservice to Kotoko. And of course, it is showing on the field of play. At the end of the day, 7 matches, Kotoko has lost 6. Drawn 1. And you are telling me that, yeah, I'll see a Pamu coach. No problem about it. But look at the players on the field of play. As if there's nothing at stake. As if there's nothing at stake. As if there's nothing. As if there's nothing at stake. So for me, I believe that, look, it's hard time Kotoko starts thinking about next season. But they should plan and stay in the league and then plan for next season.
Nana Edu mentioned names. He mentioned Michael Osei. He even mentioned Frimpong Mansu, who's obviously doing a job elsewhere. But, he made a point that it's Asante Kotoko. Teams that Kotoko Frewa, you don't say no. Hearts, Omo Frewa, you don't say no.
Why don't
but
you
the
say
worrying
no?
thing...
If I'm not capable of doing it, will I... Or if I can't do it, can't I express myself to say that I can't do the job?
Yeah, what I'm saying is if they headhunt a quality coach. But the problem and the worrying factor is that as a heart, different direction.
Yeah, I'm even looking at someone who can take the team from now to the end of the season.
And now,
that is why I'm mentioning,
those
coaches
interim.
who have been around for some time. They know everything around Kotoko. Frimpong Mansu knows the team.
But coach
knows the team.
Coach is making a point.
Gazali was coaching them last season.
Remember, coach said materials, and yet it's all the way background. It won't change that. Do you believe? Do you have that? Do you share that same view? And I said, you think someone coming would be able to shake things up and get the best?
They just need a new face. Players, a new manager. everything changed around them. And this is what Kotoko needs now. A new person around. Maybe there are some things within the club we don't know.
Okay, which is very sad if it's true. Say, it looks like the team has been abandoned. Back in the day, when Hearts and Kotoko were playing, not even Hearts.
Yeah,
Kotoko.
it's not. It has been abandoned.
Yes.
Let me say something here. Ask yourself. Look at the Kotoko supporters out there. Let us, if the camera could have zoomed to them. Normally, it goes to the VIP.
Yeah,
You see Christopher Demenya, you see Dana Kwame Dankwa,
big people,
you see a day before the game.
Yeah.
Even on radio, on TV. Yeah, you see how the vibes around Kotoko matches.
So they've abandoned the team.
You have a team like Kotoko and all these great people.
Second goal. Sorry, coach. Let's come back to the match itself. And what on earth was I said not Obuano Akoshegono? Why didn't because second yellow card he was afraid?
Afraid of what? If you are a matured player, would you allow this ball to just overtake you from that? You see, it's decision making, and for me, their judgment on the field of play it is low.
And boil it down to inexperience.
Inexperience, not Oba Kotoko. Is that what you are telling me? Inexperience,
attacking move, and almost clear. Then watch the movement of Dreams.
Yeah. You see, the reason why I'm applauding Dreams FC is that they have a Division 1 still believe. And it is being handled by the same coach who is handling the senior team. Dortmund is there. But because of the philosophy from they know the any player that comes from still believes fits direct into Dreams FC. Do Kotoko have a youth team? So you go and pick a Division 2 player, straight away you come and play Kotoko. Where is that kind of boldness? What is that kind of momentum that you want to see from such a player?
I just want to ask myself, apart from the movement of Dreams looked to be very simple. I know Arsenal are down by 2 goals. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one. Forget about Arsenal 2. Dreams is actually 2. Let's focus. Look at that. So they are very comfortable. They made it look easy. I said they knew.
Especially in the second half, the Dreams SP were playing with confidence, and that is what led to that particular goal for them. And AJ, Derek, he did a great job.
Give credit to John Entry. You watch.
He was moving and Henry
watch him.
He took him away.
No, watch the pass. Watch the pass from John Entry. You just watch it.
It was a blind.
And watch the movement of the Japan. Just watch it.
Very smart.
Very. You can see that it's a team that they played together for some time. There's some understanding that the players are getting from each other. That is the reason why they scored that brilliant goal. And I think the defensive shape and how Kotoko they defend in this game, I'm not really comfortable with it. And going forward, these are things they need to change. Inconsistency in player selection. Last week it was Justice Bile, Nuruddin. Today it's Henry Hansu, Nuruddin. Left back changes. Nana Beyin replaces Osebonsu in that particular position. So it looks like there are major issues within the club that they need to make sure they face it before their next game against the informed team in the Premier League.
Come back to Deu. And Coach Karim Zito is ready to talk to Nana Dakwa Jesse. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hi, Coach.
Yes.
You succeeded in getting a double over your former club. You beat them 1-0 in Kumasi. You've beaten them 2-0 here. And a game you dominated in both halves. Walk me through what happened in today's game.
I think before the game, I told you of our predicament. The 2 cars against, what do you call him, Azizi and Ejenim was a factor that worries me a lot. So I told them, this is an opportunity for anybody who's going to play to convince me that without these 2 boys they can play. So I told them to change the attitude, because it's not good when you look at us in Africa. You come back home where you like, even sometimes it's not something, it deceives, but to our own advantage, because those who are playing who just look at the league, they say, oh, they don't know anything, and then they will go and meet us differently. So, but yet I'm not satisfied, and I did everything possible to win this match, because we must win, because there's no advantage anywhere aside the home.
Let me find out from you how you used Simba. The other day he came off the bench and got the equalizer against Stade Malien. I realized that he was playing more centrally than Enchi. Why this strategy?
Yes, already Simba is a talented player who can fit in the role you give him. So football is about taking and giving responsibilities. You have to give the player the responsibilities and they have to go and execute it. Because if you go by my principles, you go by my instructions, it means you have more opportunity to play in my game. So if I give you, you go there, you don't execute, I'll bring you out. So he heeded to my instructions and then he went to.
This victory is a massive booster for you in the remaining league games and especially as you move back in your bid to conquer Africa.
Yes, it's a big booster. When you look at our matches before Africa, we never won. Our matches before Africa, we never won. So I think we want to change the trend. And as I've been saying all the time, football always give you the opportunity to make amendments or to improve upon the previous games.
Let me find out from you how you get worried sometimes with selection headache because of the pool of talent available. If Issa is returning, Ejenim is returning, and you're having a full house, there must be difficult moments for you to choose a team from this talented squad.
Oh, well, I think football is about consistency. When you use certain players and then you get what you wanted, then you keep on going. That will take you along. So it's not a matter of you play, you sit down, you play. It's consistency. Now that Ejenim is not there, Aziz is not, those who were selected have to prove to me that with them, without them, they can also play. So this is what are still in their mind.
I know you are aiming to defend the FA Cup title. You are aiming to go one step further into the finals of the Confederations Cup. But what are your aspirations for the Premier League?
For now, all what I have to do is too late for me to tell you this or that. But all what we have to do now is to not to be relegated. We have to enhance our position so that we go back and plan the next season if Allah permits.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Yeah, but just before you go, you are a club legend of Asante Kotoko. You feel happy? You've beaten them and they are set defeats in 7 games.
I'm not too happy, but as a professional coach, you have to, because at the end of the day, they pay me. But all what I want for them to understand, this is something called a change of event. You understand me? It's about moment. The moment we are in now, they are having a bad. So all what I would like the supporters to know is they should not, the way they were hooting and shouting at them brought in the psychological point of coaching that fear of failure can let you fail. So when you don't take time, this fear of failure will let the players feign injuries because they are afraid to come, and then when there's a loss, what are they going to do? So I would like to take this opportunity to plead to our supporters. Now we should forget about the league. We should try to end it. We should make peace with reality. The team is not in good shape. So the shouting and the hooting will not bring it back. But patience and focus can bring it back. So I'm pleading to them.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Another bad day at the office.
You are right, Nana.
How do you explain this to your fans? 7 games, 6 defeats,
Yeah.
1 draw.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I can feel their pain. And this is football. Sometimes it happens.
Is there something happening within your team that is not public knowledge that is affecting them?
You know, when you are losing, mostly confidence go down. And you can see it in the first half. That they are panicking and they wouldn't play how you and I know them to play. But the second half, I've got a pep talk and encouraging
do you
them
have
to
selection
just
worries
express
with your
themselves.
team?
No, the injuries happened like Bonso, you said during the pre-match. Yeah, they are all injured.
Why did you
see,
decide
so
to
we
play
are forced
Morrison
to-
in that position?
Morrison is a known midfielder. At Kinfesa, he was playing there. So when we fall short, we said no, we have to call on him to
You're trying several plans. None of them is working.
Yeah.
What's the way forward?
I will still go back and work. And I think Morrissey didn't play badly at all. To me, he was the man of the match today. And I will encourage him to keep pushing. Okay, and if we will play the way we played the second half, I think we can turn things around.
Are you impressed with your transition play and the understanding between the offensive midfielders and your front men?
Second half today, they were not bad if we will continue like that. But there is a bit leakage somewhere. You see, midfielders linking with the strikers, giving those penetrative runs is lacking a bit. And we'll go back and work on that and see if we will get that in our next match. I think if we get that, we'll get the goals.
And you play against the league leaders, some expect that the big task came out and say, you can't afford to drop points. What you have to tell the fans?
We'll go back to Baba Yara. That's our home. And if we want to change these things, these happenings around, then it should be Baba Yara on Sunday.
Just before you go, let me find out the reaction of the supporters when you lose games towards the players. Does it have any psychological effect on them?
Nana, it affects the boys a lot. They have family members. They also go online on social media. They see things, and sometimes psychologically they get the effect. But we'll keep talking to them, psyching them, for them to get back to, because they are the same players who won 8 matches continuous, so they can still do it.
Better luck next time, Dave.
Thank you, Nana.
Hi, Ima. Congratulations on your win and being the best player. How did you see this game?
All I would say is after we went away to play Blokum Chelsea and we lost, so this home game we were prepared to win this game, so we fought together and we won the game.
Are you being affected by the Confederations Cup, the League and the FA Cup at the same time?
Yeah, we are affected. We are very, very, very affected, because we playing the league match, we are playing CAF, and the same time FA Cup is affecting us, because the energy we are using, it will definitely affect.
But how does making Kotoko lose today and you winning the best player make you feel?
We playing the big clubs, and if like I won the
best player,
I'm happy. I'm very happy.
And you are regarded as one of the best players in your position. You helped Ghana to win the under-20 gold medal at the African Games. What are your aspirations going forward? What do you want to achieve by the end of the season?
What I want to achieve is the league table where we are right now is not good. So we the players, we are working hard to move from where we are and come to top small. So, and the Cup Confederation, we are working hard so that the semis will qualify and go to the final stage.
And you want to defend the FA Cup?
Yeah. As for the FA Cup, we are very prepared to win it again.
You are enjoying your position alongside your other partners in midfield. How have they been helpful to you?
All I would say is the communication is very good. We talk, we understand each other. So.
All right, well done to the man of the match. African Games, he got a gold medal as well for the under-20, so good experience for Dreams to take him along to Zamalek. I think that would be a good show. But let's go back to what Coach Karim Zito was saying. He says that, look, Kotoko is in a bad state, so the LBKBI don't change it. But do you agree? Something must be done. He's a Kotoko legend. I mean, he's played for Kotoko. They love him and they respect him. Some are even saying that if Kotoko could go for him next season, but is he going to leave the Dreams project? It's a big project. They've got junior teams coming up. They've got Still Believe. They've got the girls coming through. They're in Africa. They may be in Africa next season. Will he leave the project which he's masterminded? Chechum, explain it to me.
You don't coach in Spain when Real Madrid and Barcelona come calling.
Well,
it does not happen.
But he's masterminding a project at Dreams.
You are coaching in Germany, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, or projects be Hoffenheim to Bayern Munich.
Maybe so.
That is what is supposed to happen in this
So
country.
he should leave the Dreams project.
Obviously, on one can say So I'm moving to the next step in my career. He's the best option for Kotoko for next season. Looking at what he has done in the last 5 years with the Dreams FC projects.
And what Kotoko DNA?
No, Kotoko DNA won't move. He has coached them, he has played there. He's the best option for them going, but the situation is for next season. But I was talking about a stopgap coach from now to the end of the season. That's what I'm talking about, people who are closer to the club. Michael Osei, Gazeli, Frimpong Master, these are people who are closer to the club.
But once and for all.
You have about 8-9 games to go. So you will need someone who can finish the season for you. So that next season, you plan ahead. So that is the one I will call for Karim Zito. As it stands now, they will need someone to coach the team from now to the end of the season. If Prosper Nete Ogum is still the head coach for Kotoko, yeah, they will end up finishing in the relegation zone. Because something is not working for them within the club. You need to sacrifice somebody. Something is not working within the club. You need to sacrifice somebody, and that person now is Prosper Nete Ogum. He's not a bad coach. But if things are not working, you need to take bold decisions within the club. And that is to sack Prosper Nete Ogum and bring in someone who can play from now to the end of the season, period. That is what we are looking for.
Coach, do you agree?
Oh, if things are not working well, yeah, of course, you need to take a bold decision. And of course, the one who has to take the decision, it has to come from Menchia because he was appointed from Menchia. Yeah, you understand my point. If the decision comes from Menchia that Ogum has to step down today, I have no issue with it. But my point is that the materials that Kotoko have today, can somebody change those materials to become the top? They only need to manage and then make sure that they stay in the league so that they prepare for next season. Because what I've seen in their last few games and what I've witnessed today, yeah, the quality of players that Kotoko possesses, for me, I'm afraid, yeah, they'll still struggle.
Okay, let's check out Kotoko's last 10 matches. And let's focus quickly on the green WW. Gold Stars 1-0, Bafakwa 2-0. But look at the dates. They won those games. And then let's move forward to current form. This is L. There's a D in there, L. There's no sign that even if you get maybe D, 4, 5, yeah, okay, at least you're not losing. Coach, it's a crisis.
Before you coach a team like Kotoko, it should be in your contract that when you lose 3 consecutive games in the Premier League, you are no more the head coach.
Yeah, performance.
This is Kotoko level. It's a fact. You don't lose more than 3 games in the Premier League and still be a Kotoko coach.
Why not? Yes, our checks and balances, no. What club? Who does that?
You know, when you look at his situation, it was Menchia who appointed him.
So what you guys did all kind of
and he was part.
Did all kind of near Juma. Say 3 matches, 4 matches. When you lose, you go. He was given the job. Kotoko team no. Neyemame Ankoya Mejimi team. So I'm sure from Menchia they know the team is not working. So they have to take a decision. Because what I'm seeing ahead of us, the next game against Samatex, and after Samatex they're going to Takwa to play Mediama. And if Kotoko is not careful, yeah, they may lose this.
I think Mediama were leading.
They won.
They won.
And they're trying to close the gap.
Oh, of course. The coach said that he's going to win the league.
Mathematically,
Mediama coach says he's going to win the league. They have about 8 matches to play. They say he's win the league.
Nations drew.
Of course.
Samatex won. And Mediama have been there before. Adriana have been there before. You know, this weekend was tough. But if Oshe, Bichim United and Real Tamale, what a battle that was. Samatex and Ibrahim Chelsea. What a battle that was as well.
Adriana won against Heart of Lions. And their next game, Lions' next game is against Nations at Kwandu. That should tell you how it's going to go. So for me, I think that Kotoko needs to sit up. Yeah, he needs to sit up. As Nanedu was saying, the leadership of the supporters, the old players, everybody needs to come. And yeah, they need to have this crisis meeting either today or tomorrow and take a decision. Because yeah, it's never going to be easy with this when they play Samatex. It's never going to be easy.
There's no sign that Prosper Ogun would want to also resign and make it easier. He wants to stay.
That would have been the best option.
But Opeso will still not fix the problem.
Yeah,
that would have been the best option.
That he was given an appointment letter.
Now, in Europe and UK.
We are not talking about Europe. We are talking about Menchia. We are talking about Europe.
Football. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. The one who appointed him.
In football, he mentioned something about performance.
And I'm saying that depending on the Jumana man and say, Mo be interfere. Mo man nyej. Mo no answer the players. Sanko ya. Me in ho.
Na say Nkoyi.
So let's wait for the man. Let's wait for 2.
So everybody should keep quiet.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
It's an unedu.
If
coach
Kotoko had a board,
Coach Zito can correct.
If Kotoko had a board and they appointed Prosper, Dr. Prosper Ogun, and with these matches, then they cannot take a decision.
Karim Zito basically has said what you just said. It is.
He's right.
We're making noise.
Who is going to sack him? Is it the IMC? Is it the supporters league?
He can't sack himself.
Is it the old players? He was appointed by Otumfuo. And Otumfuo is the only person who can tell Prosper to stay away from the club.
He was appointed by Menchia.
But na say Menchia.
Menchia is who?
Say no, Otumfuo's blessing.
We heard Nana saying that Mobia interfered. He spoke with Sapia. Oh, they know the team, you know. As technical director, Yenja coach, you know, now on funny players. Now on shit team, no my Uncle ya.
Coach, me patch my bisa question. Kwesiapia. On the ground, he's probably the most experienced person working with Kotoko now. Why don't we see him? Why don't we hear from him? What can he do to help? It's worrying.
He's an IMC member.
But a legend. And so beyond IMC member.
He's not coaching the team.
But beyond that, a legend.
Of course, there are other legends who are closer to the team. Opokuti is closer to the team. Judge Kennedy is closer to the team. Let me tell you, the former Kotoko players, the old players, they have their meetings in Menchia.
Okay, small tete. I mean, the Dreams fans were very happy after the game, and we've caught a little bit of that. So let's bring it so that you guys can also take a look at that.
Dreams 2, Kotoko 0. Feeling to send him out.
Oh, nice. Born my born kama. Na mo answer na me Dream supporter na dey me da Dreams phone nyina ase. Me san so da Kotoko phone nyina so ase. O ma ya de o mo force ya ba na mo nkunimde no na amba. But Adepa ko ne say me di kan ka kire mo say ye be hye Kotoko 2 na e wa ha. Na madafo ba ko okrom ha say o ye Kotoko supporter pa. O ka chem say nsuo emura nsuo be tonti ye be hye Kotoko. Ye be hye o mo be hye Dreams. Na me chen say nsuo betim ba ko pe. Eso femu a Dreams nkunimde. Enti no me da say ye win 2-0. By game no dey fine game. O ma bon come up
okay, me da se pa. Na suma san lusu bi o feeling to send him out.
No kura me yimi che na ma obi ahu me na sansa me ye Kotoko supporter ni. Me Kotoko supporter kese pa. Kotoko bobo ababia mo obi esa me den. Me jani ame ye na me den. Me behwe me ye sofo. Makwakwa ye me nya me djuma. Enso ene Kotoko nti esa me timi ba park na me hwe team no. Na me hwe team ni sesi ya team na ho odin a ekura. Coach no ye players dada na obaye Emma odi anim ma ye tonton players ne dodo na no me to me agye no me hu se amoa yen esan se players dada no esese ye beton bi kurampo na ye yi bi film ni ye de kakra ye den ebeka ho enso players ne dodo na ye den ye ton mo se wo ye players na ye kurom na dodo na capacity na omudi gina asa Kotoko no me hu se omaho den ye den e wo fom enti me to me de ma dwenkyere ne se ye coach no esese etimi sake no ne ye de yetimi nya coach foforo a obetima beboa yen ne ento players a omaho de ne wo soro ebetima gina Kotoko mu esanse Kotoko nya team a yetimi boss 7 matches ne lose 6 yetimi eden e draw baako. It's a embarrassment the whole Ghana. Kotoko team nya team a say eden yetimi gina ebedu samre entimi de me kan se coach ne de me gina ho se esese eden ye sake no ne de coach foforo ba near top players betima boa team no ama team na team akọ nanim sansa me sha ya sha me nei no kwa me kọ no me team ni di esansa Kotoko ne ye team a eda makoma so se me Nyankopon a me som na magi na di fi wo a game bi enu a me mani je ho se football na football so ode oyi Kotoko fi wo a me team esan wo ye Real Madrid se me hwe Madrid coach wo hwe sane antoto yo ye any senior selecting players esanse wo hwe player ye coach even so sisu kropo oye ne kire se amoa yen enti coach ne de me gina ho se yen sake no ne ye dey yen coach foforo na country masongo na me hwehwe ne se samre ne samre mu ye mra ese etimi nya country masongo no timbe kan ya asem mayen esanse no na ye hu se abiri na abiri nyina mu no nokore ye ba ko pe oka nokore babia nokore dan oka coach na ye kura no oye bomb yen sake no yen fa coach foforo madam ase.
Okay, Mr. Meda Dreams. Dreams. Yeah, that is what they say. And one may win match no. And a match in the end said that's a boy be winning.
If say, Osha Tessina, not dreams for Yakitana, none what demand papa. Yet a 16 position, and Obi of Africa. It's an match in the say. See a quastro near Buffalo next year, next year. It's a matter. Maybe John, I'm catching your best Kotoko 2 goals. Come to me, one I'm saying. Your best Kotoko 2 goals. It's your mama will be your life. Now, Sanya, a branch and Beja Osuno. That your fire. That I see a winning. Ah, Uso, one so, Yasa Kotoko. That's a boy, Osa Babium, up, or some Kotoko Samurai. That's a Kotoko. 1 million. Yasam home and away. African no near Bro African we African in Tina. I say Obiasia near Gemma Momo. Na se say dear what about the had about me beso.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Baby I trying. Hey, ye bisa Kotoko funi say omo he. We say omada. Baby I kwa trying. Na Kotoko fumu kwa na kwa trying. Iti aferi, yesha sani ade ne kwan. Aferi, yesha wo sore wan. Na yese Kotoko funu wa here. Omada. Me say yasha wo.
Hey, eti, and I'm by now. I dream say no, no kofia, feeling the best.
And then you be diabum. And then you be diabekoso. Fine. You be diabum. Bibia bekoso wano. And that's a big kukra Kotoko mejano.
Adenti.
Ay, nenia. Yasen. And you nenia because I never sorry. Sorry. It's here kuma mama zimbi kra. And sorry. And say
Bibi abako hene. And near him sank and boy winning sooner and Koye, feeling it to say. Feeling it there, Sabikacho say, Koye, the feeling was bad. Very, very bad. This is Kotoko. But unfortunately, it was a good game. But the blame go to the coach and the players as well as the referee and the linesmen. Women now can be Ghana football no egu. Because as a referee, so what be when now shake game Kotoko any dreams boy na referee mistakes baby. Oh yeah, mistakes baby. Jagame no niamo. But all the same no, it was a good football, good game. Congratulations to Dreams. That's football. It's either lose or win or what? Draw. It is a Kotoko aba. If you say aba, na say yabe lusua. A game. My father say, no man. My boy home and away. And yes, football. Maybe I bet myself. Kotoko. Ebe back. Kotoko come back. Kotoko. Ebe sorry. I'm the whole world. Obi abe huye. Madam Asibe.
Ayo tulofo. Timunasa. Kotoko timunasa. Shedalat. Dala ya dini ko blaster. Shesoa. Den no ye. Shesin sawaye. Shes Dalat. Bo bena Shedalat. Itimu ye kana na. Kotoko wasa. Out me dreams take. Omupa start born from your floor light. Some bet match go. Ya pom cha on start born no. Kotoko wasa papa. Mimi to me support Kotoko.
Who keeper here? On the air shark here on so on the road to you know StarTimes on the way keeper ni here no. One keeper. Still one keeper.
Kwesiapia o Kotoko.
Only technical director.
Wa coach Ghana Blaster da. Oma chale
keeper.
Infu na e fast more. Nti u hwe team na Kotoko. Sebio yenim se Kotoko team pa ni hwe fast Kotoko kreti here. Hwe fast nku Kotoko kreti here. Sa fast ni bi na dream security here. Nti mugu ye team na ni
Kotoko na yasini nyina sebio omo yankwasiafo.
Se nyame adom. Emu wedin but nyame tias. Bibia be yi.
And no more single lusu. No be him saying Kotoko na more turn things around. But and your man called the one I'm open. I mean, feeling it to send them out there.
As a regional coordinator for Asante Kotoko, the Mekase Meniagia, not to say me your trophy, and I'm in this Kotoko supporter Papa Biabekase ne 7 Eniaji, but unfortunately Abanasa, the Adepa couldn't say Imunsa Chia, but he moved a penny for the way in Amamu, Nayana Swabi, and a month for so out, and he had in Crano Elko, now come my penny for us. Na omaye honia makakra my san say Kotoko 8 matches a ye nwini ye de say ye wokra wo ye issues ma you be hu say heat ne ba we be asem no yekase nyame yadom a o china no pa menya asompo na me de akwadwuma course be ba nsentro for be frɛ na de nti do me mobo ne be ba team ne me so me petim na asem nti ade ba ko a aba no enya ade ye ni age o eastin ha kra na ye ma ha kra so melusu etina ka hade ye nim se ye dia ye den a nim se ye dia na nka manfo so de ye de ne ye kwa nya 7 ade bi amfa nkwakire mpanifo ofie ba unfortunately aba na sa Inti, yeah, the Asida Baba Nyame, first of all.
Most supporters need to say Ogun must go. Money be out, you say Ogun Nita must say song call, and not now.
Mr. Says see idea, Yentimin for and sense say Ogun must go. Ogum, Yamana Juma. Sometimes, young second go hereby, Ogum, Ogum. With the ball, who sa piano, cobra, Timos. Ogum, yes, I do. Ogum, yes, I do. I don't know, Okakas Ogum must go. Until Yabompire. Hear him say, obey. Him say, obey.
Mesu kakra me kan say Kotoko place no. Sebi o bo Kotoko enye school team na obo. Wa se Kotoko jesi no. Eti ma susu ni wura o. So ti ase ma Kotoko susu ni wura o. Enye se o bo ne keke. Obi say Japan me won Japan pan tu ultimi take udi boy achi am ya so eti me de me catch panifo ne say omoma Kotoko no place no mo bo no omoma mo nti ase say enya ayi second division bi ana first division bi no mo bo Kotoko wa se Kotoko jesi e wo say bo na hu say o bo Kotoko de sat ma chastel ara mo bo no fe obi ti say ayi Samuel Nkum any Harrison afo e bo Kotoko no like Oda no wada. Zaze eti me di kakra me kan say me pamucho ye mpadifo ye ti ase say omma boys ni hu say Kotoko no mo bo no enya nkola team seven o 214 next season mo ko Germany money Sakaofo ekobo match it place when ekobo sa ball you see place when ekobo it place no pamucho mpadifo no mo nkasa mai me da wasi
now ti Ogum on.
All right, so listening to those fans, and after matches, the football, the supporters have a lot to say. But apologies for some of the words used. Sometimes these fans get very emotional. They do use certain words, and we apologize for that if any offense to Hearts and Kotoko. But they do it because of emotions. But you made a point about it's Menchia. So regardless of what anybody will say, and that chap before the last speaker said the same thing. That look, if Menchia don't take a decision, nothing's going to happen.
The supporters are worried. The Kotoko fans are worried.
They are hurt.
They are very hurt and they are not happy. You can hear from them. But as I said, if Kotoko had a board that appointed Ogum or management that appointed Ogum, I'm sure after the 5th or 4th defeat, they would have taken a decision. But this one is from Menchia. Nana says that Munjano, no one funny players, not only Jumano. Say oyene koya 10 years if you do no Kotoko anko ya Benjamin team and I'm sure Menchia is watching, Menchia is hearing. Nana says a pania to
here.
So he knows what is going on. So Nana for us
Nana do in the studio. Except for the insults, the fans, I always like to hear that because more raw emotions, and they speak the truth from their emotions, but sometimes, of course, they get carried away. Clearly, Kotoko is in big crisis. And they, look, the next game, just take a look at the next 5. If they're not able to get points, they could be staring down at the relegation barrel.
It's not they didn't play well today, as I said earlier on.
Meaning?
They played.
But look at the next 5.
But look at the chances that they had, and they couldn't even just
convert right.
The decision making. They are finishing.
Let me put you guys to the wall quickly. 5 seconds each, right? Coach, someone takes home, win, lose. Coach is starting. Home, win or loss.
Yeah.
Nana, win or loss.
A win for Kotoko against Amates.
Midiama away.
A 4-time draw.
Legon City is home.
A win for Kotoko.
Brekum Chelsea away.
A 4-time draw.
Hearts of Oak. Home.
Lose for Asante Kotoko.
Kotoko. Hearts Besha Kotoko.
Yeah.
Oh, Kumasi. On Besha be real.
Oh, maybe 1-0 or 2-1.
Because Hearts are not Hearts on my PQ. You see Akrobo losing, they don't look too bad.
Hearts will focus.
But with him, Hearts Kotoko, no.
You see,
it's like Tottenham Arsenal.
No, you see, Hearts had
Liverpool, Manchester United.
Had a coach, right? He was sent away, and then Ouattara came in. But it's the same materials that he's using.
And he's changed.
But their quality in the House of Folk team, unlike Kotoko.
Okay. It's a new coach background, only quality.
No, he will struggle because these boys will not give you what
you are looking for.
You are looking for. They will play very good football, running, interpositional changes, but at the final and decision making, serious. Why you expect a player to be mature? You don't get. It's a big problem. A huge problem. Yeah. I'm sure from tomorrow something.
Okay, let's take a look at the full results and the table. So Hearts did their thing, coming from a goal down to win 3-0, getting their 3 points. Sorry, I beg your pardon, 3-1. And then today we've had some fascinating games and lots of scores. I think there were goals in every match, yes. I think the standout results, worryingly for Hearts of Lions, is that defeat. That keeps them in that bottom 3. Bichim United doing very well. RTU still in the bottom. Kotoko still without a win in 7. Midiama, they would go up. I think Midiama are beginning to put together some results, and they should not be written off. They've got the experience. They're settled now from Africa.
Equalize.
Yeah. Nations and Bofakwatano, Nations had to come from behind. They are beginning to feel the pressure.
They missed a penalty.
Yeah, they also missed the penalty. Maybe they're beginning to feel the pressure in that game. Iswatroman came from behind. Again, Great Olympics draw, second time in a row. Samatex look like they really mean business. They had to fight for this against Brecum Chelsea, but that 5-goal thriller ended in their favour. Accra Lions, another informed team, take on Gold Stars, who will be looking for their 3rd consecutive win. So, let's take a look what this has been. Samatex are beginning to open up a bit of a gap at the top there with their victory. Nations as well, slipping up. At least they got a point. They lost to Tamale RTU in the previous game. Adriana's victory means they've closed the gap again. Midiama, that's where 10 points now from Samatex is still a tall order, isn't it? 39
8 games to go.
Possible, but it's Samatex dropping points like that. It will be difficult. But let's see, Bichim United also moving up in Swatraban on 38. So too Brecum Chelsea. So those 3 clubs all on 38. 36 is Accra Lions. If they win tomorrow, they'll move up as well to 39. BBNE Gold Stars, with that result, they'll be playing Accra Lions. And the Hearts of Oak, they won, so they've opened up a couple of points. Cushion against Asante Kotoko. Great Olympics remain there on 12th position. Legon Cities likewise. Dreams with that win move up, but they still have work to do. Bofakwatano out of the relegation zone, but not really, because mathematically they've only got goals difference to separate them. And Kerala United, who lost to Hearts. Hearts of Lions, if they're not careful, the gap between them and the others could widen. Same with Real Tamale United. Coach, enough of it's not easy.
Yeah, it's very difficult. RTU -18, and then looking at Heart of Lions -5, Kerala -9. Though they have 30 points, but for 30 points, Kerala is going back to Naleregu, but for 2 is also going to. They are going back to Sunyani Coronation Park to play. It's never going to be easy. 8 matches to go. I'm sure these teams will do everything possible to win their home games and make sure that they fight some points away from home. It's been very difficult for them. Dreams FC have 2 games to play. Legon City have a game to play. So for me, the bottom is still it's not easy. Between Heart of Lions and then RTU, they need to fight before they can get out of the relegation.
8 games, anything can happen.
Of course.
Lots of points in there. Okay, so guys, before I go, I always like to show appreciation. Director, give me 30 seconds. Techno, of course, giving me the opportunity to have the latest Come On 30, which has just been launched by Stoneboy and the rest of the crew. So I really want to appreciate that. And also to tell you that yes, if you're buying a new phone, it is Techno. That is the ultimate. The quality is going up with every single model. And they've also given me a package. I'm not showing off. I'm just saying thank you, because sometimes we need to appreciate that we appreciate these gestures. And since I've joined Techno, I've not regretted. So I can say, just look for a brand new Techno. The Camon 30 is a state of the art. And of course, this phone does everything that you want it to do. Make sure you grab one as soon as possible. They're in town, and you do well to get yourself a brand new Techno phone. And big thanks also to Techno, Ghana, Africa, China, and the rest as well for their support. Guys, very final words, 10 seconds. Still, Kotoko, nothing has changed.
Let me say kudos to the teams that won their games, and better luck to those who lost their games.
Yeah, I think, I'm happy about Samatex, looking at where they are heading towards and the kind of result they are getting. Nations, maybe their next game, they may pick some points, but I think Samatex is doing a great job in the Premier League.
Okay, thanks very much. And the Sports Pack will be tomorrow at 9 a.m. on Max 89.7 FM, so they'll be bringing you the very latest, an update from Mensah as well, and indeed all the others. And sorry to Liverpool and Arsenal fans, the trolling against Liverpool when they lost to Crystal Palace was sad, but the trolling against Arsenal as they've lost to Aston Villa, I think they're letting Manchester City win it all over again. Anyway, all that will be also on Sports Pack at 9 on radio, Max 89.7 FM. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye for now.